Okay, so that's it. There isn't any more. 2023 is going out the door. Help me to welcome in 2024. Welcome, tribe. Welcome back if you've been going along with me on this journey. And welcome if it's your first time and you just clicked on this video to check it out and see what the therapy of planning is all about. I am so glad you did. I'm so glad you're here. I hope that you can get some inspiration from this video and that you enjoy just listening to what I've got going on here on this journey for the elusive planner piece. So here we are. It is the first day of 2024 at the time that I'm recording this video, and you may have seen the 2024 10 planner journal countdown that I had made last month in preparation of the new year. And yes, ladies and gents, that is 10 planners and journals. And yes, I have seen tremendous stacks other planners have had, and I see that this year it looks like people are trying to cut down, and I think that is a great thing, just to be able to identify what it is that you need and what's the best place to put it. And I think that a lot of us, because we're planner and journal and stationery enthusiasts, we just want to have every planner, every type, bound, ring, disc, traveler's notebook, all the different things that there's out there we've wanted to try. And so we've kind of forced the planners into our lives, whether or not we really had a need, or we had to just play with it for a while and try to figure out exactly what areas that we wanted to plan and to document, to record, to track, like what they fit in best. And so I think a lot of people have done a process of elimination, and I think that's awesome. For me, I got down to 10, and it seems like a lot, but for me it's really not because I just like to keep all the different areas separate. These are not planners or journals that I touch every single day or that I carry with me everywhere I go. They're just things that are areas in my life that I need to address. I need to either write down things that I've done, by track things, or that I want to write plans out, or that I'm just brainstorming. So if you want to see that video to know exactly how it is that I have these 10 different planners and journals, then you can check out that video. I'll leave the link below. And I'm just gonna do a series now to show you the setup of said planners and journals. I'm probably gonna leave out 2 of them because they're nothing, like, they're just really random, I guess, in the sense that the research notebook that I have is a big happy planner size, or just a big discount, let's put it that way. And I just use it to, whenever I'm researching or whenever I'm reading something or watching a video, something that I want to take notes from, or just doing a brain dump, I just use that. Sometimes I'm just like scrolling across the page, just trying to word something. And so that's not really anything to look at, pretty much just a notebook. I do want to get it a little bit more organized, books, videos, brain dump, stuff like that. But other than that, it's not really anything to see or to show. So I didn't really have to set it up, it's just as long as there's paper in there. Sometimes I might take some pages out or add some blank pages, but that's about it. And then I have my finance, should I say planner, journal, my notebook? I'm going to say notebook. My my finance notebook, I just keep track of the bills for each month. So there's nothing exciting about that or nothing special about that. I probably need to do some work in that area to put a little bit more in there. And if I do, then maybe I'll share it with you. But I definitely am working on budgeting and a system this year in 2024. It's something that's really important to me to do. So I'll be trying to figure out that for myself, and maybe I will end up sharing it with you. But it's not anything that I have set up right now that I needed to do anything special at the beginning of the year. I do need to print out a calendar for it, because I usually just print out a big calendar on one page for for each month, and then I write down the bills that I have to pay and my paydays and all that. So nothing really great or exciting there, unfortunately. But the 8 planners and journals that are things that I would set up, I will show you. And for this part 1 of this series, I'm going to show you the top 2. So for me, number 1 is my prayer journal. I'm so excited to have be using the same system, but using different notebooks and planners to do it. So you may know, if you've seen any of my other videos, that I use the Hobonichi Avec to do my prayer journaling. I was so happy to find a way to use it because I fell in love with the Hobonichi, but it seemed overwhelming for my day-to-day planning, because not only did I have a weekly section but a daily section, and I just didn't see how I could fill it up if I didn't use it for more than one thing. And I found that I really want to keep things separately, as you know, with the 10 planner and journal lineup that I have. So I like to keep my work and my personal separate. I've talked about this before. It's just easier for me. I really don't want my personal stuff with my work stuff. If I'm at work and I'm utilizing it, I just don't want all my personal stuff in there. It is a half letter discbound. I even tried like separating it, with dividers, putting personal in one area and work in another, but I kind of just didn't like that. For personal, I really feel like I want it to be bound, and so I decided that separate journals and planners was a way to go for me. So for a Hobonichi Avec, that didn't bode well for all the space that I have on the daily pages and then on the weekly pages. So when I thought of using it this way for my prayer journal, I was really excited. Love the paper and all the space that it has in it. I just didn't have a way to use it until it became my prayer journal. So as you can see, each month I would decorate, and I put down the verse that I was going to read that day. Okay, so there's the different months that I did that. And then for the weekly, that looks like this. This is the first week of this second half of the year book. And I did these days in the first half of the year Avec. So this ended up being blank. And I thought I might decorate it or whatever, but I never did get to it. But this layout for writing the scripture, which is what I use a weekly for, didn't really work for me. So I would frequently change it up. So here's where I made it horizontal, and here's an example of when I did the quad, the 4 days on each page, and I had, of course, that extra box that I used to decorate, and I at times just left it as it was, vertical, but wrote horizontally. So I would just go through each week and set it up, and I really loved different setups that I had. Just a quick flip to show you how I would set it up. Most of the time I really fell in love with how I decorated it, and it was just another reason to pick it up and utilize it. And it just it just became a habit that fell into my morning routine. And even here, I think probably I was traveling and fell behind and didn't get to decorate, but I still went ahead and wrote out my scriptures. I just was trying something different. This is probably one of my favorite spreads. I wrote vertically here, which is probably one of my least favorite spreads. But I was able to go through each week and rearrange the page so that it better fitted my needs. And so in doing this, it made me think, gee, do I really need to have the weeks lined up vertically like the Hobonichi does if I'm just going to come in and change it anyway? At first, the biggest source of a sore spot with the Hobonichi is the same that everybody has, that there's this writing down at the bottom, that it has these vibrant colors all along throughout the months. The weekends have the red, and then there's different holidays noted that might not be holidays that we celebrate here in the US, and even if it was, I really didn't want to have the color there. So that was the pain point with the Hobonichi. And so, of course, when Sterling Ink did the thing for 2024, it was a wrap. I still love Hobonichi, but I did not order one this year. I just thought Sterling Ink gave me everything that I needed. And so originally I ordered the common planner, the A5 size, and I was going to do the same thing I did with the Hobonichi, and I was just so happy to have a nice clean neutral page. And then one day it kind of dawned on me, hey, I don't even need that weekly already set up like I was just saying. I'm just going to alter the page anyway. So I could just use a plain notebook like Astrology. And then I was like, oh, but then what about the monthly? I don't really want to write it out. I'm not like that great of a bullet journaler. I don't want to have to write it out or cut it and paste it in and all that. And then I remembered that Catherine gave us these booklets. So I just grabbed the monthly booklet, and then I just grabbed a plain notebook. And so I ended up with 2 notebooks, like I guess each is a half a year. And so this is what I ended up doing. Here's the monthly, still doing the same duty that it was doing in the Avec. Sorry if I'm a little out of frame here. And here is the plain notebook, which I set up to do the same duty as the weekly in the Hobonichi. And then I decided to just keep the second notebook for just my daily journaling. And the thing that I love about this idea is that, as you can see when I flipped through, I showed one page that wasn't written in. I think it was like November 30th. I didn't journal. And so the page is just blank. Here I can do a rapid logging or a rolling entries, I guess you could say. And so each day that I write, I will just date and write. And if there's days missing in between, it won't matter. It won't be a blank page. I'll just continue on. And sometimes I find that I wanted to write just a little bit more than the space on the page. And then yet I would have other pages empty. So it was kind of frustrating in that way. Now I could just write as much or as little as I want and stop until the next entry. And I will just scatter some different florals or different things throughout. Just like we would do in a personal journal that we just set up and just didn't have something that demanded a daily entry, which I think a lot of people struggle with. So just quick, I'll show you a little bit about the setup. So this is a Moterm, and I was able to slide the cover of this notebook in as well as the cover of this monthly booklet in. Okay, so I don't have anything yet over here because you may know that the last cover I was using for my prayer journal was the gallon leather cover, and it didn't have any slots like this. It had places for my pens, which was cool too. I put my pens in there. Now I just put them in a little tray on my nightstand, but I was able to slide this in, and this is a black linen cover. And so when I decorated this inner page, I kind of was like, that black isn't really doing anything for it. And it also was like, bending a little bit. So to protect it, I put this cover on, which is a cover that I had from Take a Note. Okay, and then I was still able to slide it. That's one thing about Moterm. It is really flexible and not a stiff leather at all. So you're able to do a lot, and it really is fitting. So I was able to put this cover on and still tuck all of that into the front pocket. And then I thought that colorway kind of matched what I did over here. And then I had this journal card from Graceful Muse Paperie, which I really love, think it's beautiful, and I think the aesthetic came out nicely. And so that is how I decorated the inside page. I took the first page that funny page that doesn't lay right, and I just glued it to the back. I did try to decorate it at first, but it was really cumbersome, and so I went in, took out my stickers, and reset things up over here, and I added some things. This is my favorite verse from Philippians 3:13 through 14, and I don't have like that beautiful hand lettering script, so I just typed it out in a nice font and cut it out and put it here with my stickers that I had, and I really am happy with how it came out. And then of course you saw the layout for the week. I chose the horizontal layout. I'm a little off with my line up here because it really should have been up here, but when I first counted I kind of was off a bit. So anyway, it's okay. And the verse for today is actually pretty short. The very first verse of the Bible, and so I'll be putting that in there when I finish recording. And so I will go through and continue to just weekly set up in here, and then I just put a clear cover on this because this is the pink color. I'm sorry, I forget the technical name for it, but because it matched the cover and matched this cover, I didn't put any paper. Usually I'll put like a deco paper that's here, but I didn't feel like I needed to do that because this is kind of all matching, and maybe something might come along that I might want to put here, but for now I just left it plain. This cover I took off the Hobonichi Avec. I had it on there I used it all year on the first Avec, the first half of the year, and then transferred it over, and now I'm transferring it over again because I just really love it. I got the paper underneath here from one of my, no, actually I think it's from DEK when I had their sub box, and then I just had this kind of placard that says this: happy moments, praise God; difficult moments, seek God; quiet moments, worship God; painful moments, trust God; every moment, thank God. And I just love that and find that to be so true. So it looks beautiful in here, and I'm so glad to have it. This is the sparkly jelly cover from Laura Phelps Designs. And then I just had these couple of things that I put in the pockets. Then I had this paper that I got from my Graceful Muse Paperie sub box, and these stickers that are beneath it are from the dollar store. It was one sheet with two different sets of stickers, and I just layered them like this, and I'm happy with that outcome. So that's that. And then I just made sure to annotate that this book is for 2024, and these are from Fire-Filled Creations, my sub box from Michelle. And then this was a something I printed out. I can't remember what Etsy shop, but it was a download, digital download. And this is a freebie from Graceful Muse Papery. And it just all kind of came together. This sticker is coming out of Anika's Creative Closet, one of her books. I don't remember the exact name, but she's got some beautiful, 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 beautiful sticker books out. And this was from one of those books, and you'll see me using the others throughout the year. The color, the purple book and the pink book I have, and along with this more neutral one. So that is the setup for my prayer journal, and I'm so excited to use it, to be having these blank pages. Even Nostalgy offered, you know, something up here for the dating system that it uses, and I just love this plain paper. Got the gilded edges. I haven't had any problem. I love that. And I have this Lauren Phelps pencil board here, and this was a tab divider, I guess, or page marker that I got, and I just put it on top of here like this, and this is where, I don't know, if I need it, you know, I could put it back here. I'll probably use it, you know, to keep me what page I'm at, once I start writing in here. And I stuck this pen in here, not sure exactly where. Okay, Gold Mine and Cocoa. I just stuck it in here. Probably won't be the one that I use, but just to keep the pen loop in in use, I put that there. So that's the prayer journal. Okay, and then to not keep going on and keep you for too long, here's my second love. This is my personal planner. As you can see, it's a standard TN, and I am using the Sterling Ink standard TN. Okay, so I didn't count on ending up with this beautiful purple cover from Jenny Planner Perfect. Yeah. But I love the idea of having this zip pouch and all the pockets, and purple is my favorite color, and I love this design. So I got this, and I had already ordered the blue cover, which I do love and think is beautiful, but I didn't, you know, it didn't match this. So I broke out my laminating machine, which had been in a box for so long, I won't even tell you how long. And I took this paper that I got from a Sterling Ink sub box, and I laminated it and fit it over. Now, of course, it doesn't fit perfectly because you have to leave a little edge, you know, to keep it sealed. But I wanted to cover it because I didn't want any color to transfer from the vellum to the cover, because when during the year I change out my cover, as I know I will, I don't, you know, I might take it out. Like I have another, like a brown leather cover that I might want to use later in the year, and it has a little bit more room because I know that, hey, she's thick and she's gonna grow because I'm a decorative planner. So I wanted to make sure I had something else that had more room. I also have a cover by Apple Pig that has a lot of room. So when I take it out, maybe I'll make another cover, a different color, but the blue will go with those other color covers. There's a couple of covers that I would love to get, and I am doing a low buy, but I'm also doing like budgeting for my planner supplies, and so mostly I want to cut back on stickers because I have so many, but because I know here the Traveler's Notebook, I used it last year and I'm really happy with it. I started here, came out of it, went all through all the different planners that there were, except for rings. I kind of knew from the beginning I didn't want to use rings. I'm here and I'm very happy here. So to invest in a couple of different covers, I think will be okay. And like, I definitely want to save up my little coins to get a Vanderspec. It's expensive, but I'm a leather connoisseur. I like leather. Not to say I don't like vegan leather as well, but I just love the quality and the longevity of a beautiful piece of leather. And so I probably will try to, you know, invest in one of those. And also, there's one or two others that I'm really looking at. I have a Gillio B6, which I need to list on Buy, Sell, Trade. I love the color of it, but I haven't found B6 to be my jam, although I love all notebooks. This is where I live as far as notebooks. And then the next thing that I like to plan in is my discbound, my half letter. So you'll see that in episode 2 of this series. So here we go. I still have things that I want to do in here. I just was trying out different things to throw in these pockets here. They may change. I think this is probably going to end up with some vellum here. And maybe a sticker or two that I have. So gotta look and see what I want to do with that. And here also I want to put something. I have a couple of things set to the side here that I think may work, so I'll be playing around with that. This came from Larissa's shop, and I think when I did a sticker order with her, I got that as a freebie, so that's really pretty. I love that, and pieces what I would love to have. Pieces the goal. So that, I think I'm gonna find I think I might put my word of the year here, which I'm not gonna share quite yet because I'm gonna bring that to you in one of the other series episodes where I set up my creative journal or show you what I've done, because I probably won't, I'm not good at setting up or decorating on camera. I'm better to do the flip through. I'll be working on that in 2024. Try to get a couple of Plan With Me's in. I just feel like I'm slow at it, indecisive. I have so many sticker books, and I do an eclectic pull. You know, like a lot of people use more than one book, but I kind of am, like, I don't plan ahead. Yeah, that's what I gotta say. So I'm gonna try to work on that. Like right now I have some stickers set here from Graceful Muse Paperie that I do want to use for my next week's setup. So if I can kind of get in the groove of doing that, then maybe it will be easier for me and I'll be able to do Plan With Me's. Here, you know, there's the pages for, most people think are using it for like a sort of vision board, and I am going to do so as well. I have some stickers coming in from Rachel from Let's Get Planned. Here's one that I have already that I really love, and I saw that she made some stickers specifically for the vision board that I loved, so I ordered those, and I should get those this week, and I can go ahead and get this vision board set up. Here, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. It took me a while to kind of gel with this idea, but I really do now, and I do want to utilize it. I just don't want to just plop my handwriting in these boxes, because that won't be, you know, motivating or, you know, encouraging it at all. It just will look like a lot of scribble. Not to say my handwriting is horrible, but, you know, I want it to be more exciting, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. I'll be working on that, but first I'm gonna do like Catherine did and write out everything that I want to put in here, and then figure out how I'm gonna do that. If I'm gonna type something out, I think she typed something out and laid it in here. I may do that, and then maybe I'll be able to put a couple of little stickers. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I'll be working on that. I did kind of figure this out. It was taking me a minute, but I figured out that I'm gonna not keep this as each month, but I'm gonna put this as my 3 projects for the quarter. I think that it's important not to have too many projects at one time, because you overwhelm yourself. You feel like you're not making any headway. So, you know, always focusing on one thing is great, but of course we have multiple things that we're trying to do. So if we can just pick a few things to work on at a time, just like with here, you see there's going to be, like, say there's 6 things here, there's going to be something that you should do daily to get to this someday, right? And so you don't want it to be too much. And maybe even if you put daily, it doesn't mean that the daily has to start now, right? Like I may put down 6 things here, but maybe only 3 of the things will be something that I'm working on in the first quarter. So I think I'm going to use it that way. Put down the things that I need to do in order to reach the overall end goal, which I think I'll put up here. And then I'm going to use this like a tracker and put those things here, and then just check off each day that I do some work on those things, just so I can kind of keep track, and just so it could remind me if I'm not working on one of them as much as I should, that hey, look at all that blank space, you need to be getting some work in on that particular project. Okay, so those are those pages. Okay, so I did decorate January, and I'm excited about the fact that I no longer have to date this. The book that I was using for standard was the Common Planner, but it was the undated one that we were able to pre-order in 2022 for 2023. And so I had to come in and date it, and then of course by naturally more stickers and decoration fell to it. And so now, and I would also like put date covers here, but now these numbers are written in really nice and clear and present, but not overwhelmingly so. And so I really like it like this. I was just able to add some to pretty the page, but not overwhelming. Then I use my Traveler's Notebook clip to bring me right to that week's setup. And so here is my weekly, and again, I don't have to add any date covers, and so that is going to help reduce some of the stickerage, because while I love it, like I said, I'm really concerned about how being in one book for the whole year. If I had known that the booklets were coming out, I would have done it that way, more Traveler's Notebook style, in the sense that I would have had multiple books. I would have had my monthly, my weekly, and my daily, and then maybe I could use a daily per quarter or something like that, so that I once it's getting really thick, I could take it out and put in a new one. And that is something that I'm thinking about for 2025 already. I'm thinking about something different, but I'm gonna go with this for now, and hope that I don't get it overwhelmed, so that it can't fit in a cover or something like that. So we'll see. Okay, then for my daily section, or the pages back here, I use it for a daily section. I usually always put something for the signifying the start of the month, and I put something, I do a page for the start of the week. So here we are, week 1, and then the next page I do a to-do. I love that vertical space of the to-do. That's kind of part of what I like about the TN, the vertical space, and just wide enough, but not too overwhelming. Just, it's good listing. So I have that, and then I found that I only was really needing a half a page per day, but I am looking at doing something else. I'll show you in a second. But this is what I did for this week. Yeah, today's Monday, so this week I always leave that box for next week, so that my work week is up here, and then I go, and I want to keep Saturday and Sunday together, so this is how it always turns out. And then this will be the header page for week 2. So what I was talking about that I'm thinking about maybe trying out is wrong book. Here in my old, making a mess over here. Okay, in my old TN, which I gotta take out and put away, I had some extra pages at the back, and I was watching a fellow planner, Sui Plans, and she sets up her day in her standard TN like this. So I just said, let me see how that would look. And there's enough pages in this book for me to do a page a day. I figured that this way I definitely wouldn't run out since I'm only using half a page, because I am using the extra page for the weekly cover and to do. So that's, front and back of one page. And then I always put in something for the month. So that's 12 more pages. So I said, this is just as well that I'm only using half a page. I won't run out of pages. But I'm kind of thinking as I go, because in my personal planner, I'm just recording things that happen through the day. But I'm also thinking about the fact that I would like to kind of note how I'm using my time. So when I get up in the morning, I really want to note how my morning routine went more than anything. And I'm thinking as I'm talking to you, because I know in my business planner and notebook, I will be notating the things that I do during the day, or mostly in the morning, to work on my business. And so that is a take a note, and it has that vertical times columns for each day. So I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking about, I'm going to do one of these setups for the week and see how it goes. I won't use this little task section because I do the weekly tasks. That works better for me. I don't have all these day specific things. I might have one or two things, and this little priority section that she created might be what I would use that for. And then this will give me room to put a little bit of decoration on the page. And here will be just like almost equivalent to the half a page that I'm using now. Different things that might have happened through the day. But here just helps me keep track of my time. So I'm thinking about that. And then I'm also like kind of concerned about how much stickers, because like I love this, but this was a half a year. And look how it is. So, which isn't bad. It's fine, it's fitting and everything. But this is a full year. So, I don't know if we'll make it. So, I'm thinking of maybe reducing, even though I don't put a lot of stickers per page. It's just that every page has stickers. So, we'll see how it goes. We're just going to keep moving forward. That's part of the journey. And we'll just see how it turns out. But this is what I have for this week. And I do need to go back and try to figure out what shop I ordered this from, and just get one. I think I do have one that says today around here somewhere. I think it came in a pack of 4. I had this week, and I have the blessings one that you saw in the prayer journal, and I think I have at least one that says today. I don't know what the 4th one, or maybe it was just 3. I don't know, but I have to look. I think I might have it today. And then, but I would like one that didn't have this, even though this is really pretty. But then, of course, like it would interfere with the setup. But what I kind of figured out to do is, like, when this week is over, put it here, and I'm not going to be needing to look at the page now. And when I pull this up, it will get me to the current week anyway, even if not the day, at least the current week. So just like I have this, oops, I have this here. Nope, not there. There, it's not interfering with anything. But I would love to get some ones that were just blank. But I like how this stands out when I close the book, even though I have that clip in the way. I either slide that over here. This little one is from Really Beautiful, and I know I have other ones too. So anyway, that's the book. I also included this insert, this traveler's notebook insert, because I realized that there's stuff that I do need to be able to go back and access. So even if say it's an account that dealing with and making some calls and emails back and forth, I want to have, a log of the transactions or the interactions in one place that I can just come back to and work on. So not exactly collections, but something similar, and just keeping track of certain things that I'm working on just personal things that I'm dealing with. So that's in there. I have this beautiful, beautiful card from Anika's Creative Closet. We are all waiting with bated breath, Anika, for you to sell these cards because they are so beautiful. These have different dolls on here, and she has different sayings for the art of becoming. And if you follow her on IG or even YouTube, you'll see them posted, and they're really beautiful. And I would love to be able to just have a whole stack of them. Each time you place an order, she sends you one. It's really a thank you card. But if we can just get a whole stack of these, Anika, that'd be really cool. Love them, love them. And then I have my craft folder in here. I had decorated this a while back, and I really love it, so I just transferred it into this planner cover. And then I just keep inside of here, not really anything. There's a check in there, blank check, and then there's this notepad from Notique in case I need to write and hand somebody some information. And I'm still working on setting up these pockets. I just have my business card and some appointment post-its. So I'll probably put a few other things over here. And it also has these in the back as well. So it has maybe a little overhang, from this view, but most of it is the clear cover. And looking at this view, you don't really see it as much, and I'm fine with that because as long as the book is tucked in there. So I'm imagining that as I fill this up and it gets a little bit thicker, we might not be able to use this cover, and we'll switch to something that gives us a little bit more room. But I'm starting out the year in my favorite color with my favorite planner, and I'm really excited. And I hope that through all my rambling, you found something interesting or inspirational. And I hope that you will stick with me for this journey, like I said, for the elusive planner piece. Although I feel really good right now, we know things change, right? Life changes and your needs may change. And so then you might go find yourself looking for something different to use. But for right now, I could say I have planner piece right now with all the things that are in my lineup. And I hope that you will come back and see episode 2, which will bring you my, let me see, I made a list here. What are we going to go to next? We're going to go to my number 3, which is my work planner. And also I will share in that video, I think it's going to be my business planner and notebook. So stay tuned for episode 2. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Remember to write it down, and that way you can figure it out, plan it out, work it out, instead of stressing it out. That's what the therapy of planning is all about. Bye, tribe. Have a happy, blessed, peaceful, and joyful new year.